Hi, I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach, and this is the Organize Your Life podcast. I am passionate about organizing because it makes my clients' lives so much easier, more relaxed, and with more time to spend the way that they want to. In every podcast, I will talk about an organizing, decluttering, or time management concept. I'll tell you why it's important. I'll also include an action step at the end so you can start practicing right away. My specialty is chunking down these big topics so they aren't overwhelming. That's the concept for the podcast, too. I'm now done with the material from my first book, 52 Simple Ways to Get Organized. You can buy my books on my website or on Amazon. You can also view the podcast show notes on my blog. I do this podcast to connect with people, and that means you. Let me know that you're listening. Shoot me an email at claire@cluttercoach.net. I would really love to hear from you. Okay, here we go. This is podcast 100. Woohoo! Today, I'm going to talk about completion. Some of my podcasts are about concrete actions you can take to get more organized or use your time better. A lot of them are about the concepts that underlie these actions. I never like doing something unless I know why I should do it, so I won't ask you to do anything without explaining why. When you understand the why and you agree that it's a good idea, following through with action is usually much easier. Of course, we all still have our irrational resistance to things, and we act against our own best interests, but such is being human. Your best self knows what to do and why, however. Take the time to find that voice and listen to it instead of acting impulsively. It does take practice. Okay, what's so important about completion? Completion is what stops clutter, mental and physical, from happening. Completion means that you begin a task, you finish it, and then you do the third step to complete it, which is to set everything up so whatever is next can occur easily. I know that's a little abstract. Here are some examples. Shopping. You need to buy things. You go out and buy them, or you order online, doesn't matter. They arrive. Great. Now they're on your dining table. Maybe you've taken them out of the boxes and bags. Good work. A lot of people stop there. The purchasing is done, you got the stuff. The hard part is over, and now you can go do something else. You'll take care of putting the stuff away later, right? Not really. This step is deceptively difficult because it involves decision-making. The completion step is getting those purchases to their next destination. The fridge, your closet, your handbag, etc. It sounds simple, but it's common to omit this part. When you do omit it, you have clutter on your table. Yes, a newly purchased item is clutter on your table if it's not in the place where you will use it. I hope you can hear the emphasis in my voice on those last 5 words. Things you own need to be where you will use them, or stored in their own specific place. In my experience, people find it hard to put things away. They optimistically put this off, thinking it'll just take a few minutes sometime later. But when pressed, they realize that they haven't put things away because they don't know where they go. In podcasts 15, 25, and 61, among others, I talk about figuring out where to put things. It's one of those very simple yet essential skills that you need to prevent and fix clutter. Completion extends to tasks like setting up that new phone so you can use it, and trying out the new tray tables you bought to make sure they work and you don't need to return them. That's for new stuff coming in. Completion is also necessary for any actions that you do. Here's an example. One of my clients complained that although her husband was happy to do the family laundry and she appreciated it, he ended his task with the clean laundry folded neatly in the hamper, sitting on top of the dryer. What's wrong with that picture? The problem was now my client had to go through all the clothes, hers, her husband's, and the 2 kids', and put them all away where they belonged. Hubby was not doing the completion step, which is putting each item in the spot where it will be used, the appropriate closet or dresser. Besides not knowing where things go, people tend to resist completion because they think it'll take a long time. Putting away a family's laundry can be time-consuming, that's true. It will save time, though, when you need to get dressed and you aren't rooting through the hamper or even the dirty clothes to find what you need. This is why I keep on preaching that you should make stuff easy as possible to put away. Imagine this scenario. You come home, you set your purse on a chair, hang your jacket on a nearby doorknob, kick your shoes off under the table, set your keys down, well, somewhere. We'll worry about that later. You pull the ice cream out of one of your bags and put it in the freezer. There, done. You open the shoebox and realize you need to get inserts before you can wear the shoes. So the shoes go back in the box, but the tissue paper gets balled up next to it. You push those aside to look at the magazine you bought. Ad cards come tumbling out. You gather them absently and stack them near the shoebox. Next, you glance through the mail you've brought in. It's a mix of bills, announcements, mystery items, and junk. Too much to think about. You put the stack near the shoebox. Oof, that was tiring. Time to sit down for a bit. You sit and then look around and you see purse, jacket, and shoes cluttering up the living room, and mail and shopping bags and boxes and random paper filling up the kitchen counter. No wonder you're tired. If this is you, go back through the scenario and see where the completion needs to occur. The jacket goes in the closet or on a coat rack. The purse goes on the entry hall table along with your keys. Your shoes go into a rack in the hall or in your clothes closet. Everything has a spot that is fairly easy to get to, as easy as you can make it. The ice cream is stored, so that's done. For the shoes, make a note on your to-do list to get inserts. Then put the box in your closet. The box does not need to stay out as a reminder as long as the task is on your list. Put the magazine in the living room or your bedside table, wherever you've decided to keep reading material. It has a spot. Put the mail on your desk or in your household command center, wherever that is. Even if you don't get to it for a few days, it will be in a place you can find it again and not cluttering up the counter. Finally, collect all the trash and recyclable paper and put it where it belongs. Ta-da! Now you can take a load off and really relax. It may seem like a lot of piddly little to-dos, but this kind of completion really doesn't take much time, and it will save you from physical and mental clutter, which is really tiring. What you can do right now: look around you for things that are out of place that you know how to put away. Spend a minute or two and just do it. Hey, thanks for listening. I'm Claire Tompkins, the Clutter Coach. If you like the show, I'd love it if you'd leave a rating and review in iTunes. You can subscribe, too, so the podcast will be ready and waiting for you to listen to. You'll find the show notes on my blog at www.cluttercoach.net, and you can check out my store to find books I've written and a whole bunch of other stuff. If you're a fan of the show, you can become a patron on patreon.com for as little as $1 a month. You can find my page by going to the Patreon website, that's Patreon, and searching on Clutter Coach. I'll still post the podcast free of charge, but I've got some cool rewards for folks who want to help me make the show even better. Come back next week for a new podcast.